New year, new me. More like new year, new timeline. Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being patient with me over the holidays, as I did take some time to just rest, recuperate, regenerate, etc. But I was really feeling called by Spirit to sit down and do this New Year's reading for you guys today. I did do a previous reading, which I will link in the description box below, going very in-depth into the year ahead, so I would definitely recommend checking that one out too. But this one's going to be specifically focused on the timelines that are available to you. So these are different options or probabilities in terms of the energy that you have the capacity to embrace and embody in the year to come. So we have 3 options to choose from. I'll put them up on the screen here. You can see group number 1 is represented by the cheersing champagne glasses. Group number 2 is represented by the star crown, and group number 3 is the masquerade ball mask. So select the image that feels like it's calling to you and use the timestamps corresponding to that group in the description box below or the chapter notes to jump ahead to your chosen reading or readings. If you feel called to more than one, that's totally fine. It probably just means that you have multiple different timelines or different trajectories in the year to come that resonate to your energy. Take what resonates and leave the rest. We'll see you in your readings. All right, hi group number 1, you guys chose the cheersing champagne glass, and for your reading today, we're going to be using these decks that I have pre-selected. They're all oracle decks. That's just what Spirit called me to do, so that's what we're going to take a look at. So we're going to start out here and then work our way over. We're going to get a couple of cards from each, and we'll see what this year ahead holds for you in terms of timelines and probabilities therein. So for those of you who don't know, timelines are essentially potentials that we hold based on the current energetic frequency that we're embodying. So when we align to a different frequency, we align to a different timeline, and we can kind of quantum leap or quantum jump to that timeline. So for you, group number 1, let's take a look. You have healthy lifestyle. Okay, so this is Archangel Raphael saying, eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. Right away, I'm seeing a timeline unfolding for you in the year to come, group number 1, where you are extremely healthy. Like you are at, I just heard peak performance. Okay, so you guys are going to be performing at your peak in terms of your physical capacity. Your energy is going to be very high. You're going to feel very, I just heard the word invigorated. Yeah, you're going to be feeling invigorated because you're making some healthful changes to your lifestyle, to your diet, to your exercise routine. Your sleep is improving, and your overall health is just kind of like really skyrocketing is what I'm seeing. If you've been dealing with any chronic health issues, mental, physical, or otherwise, I see those being resolved in 2024, or you're working towards major breakthroughs in the year to come around the changes that you're making and incorporating for your healthy lifestyle. And we have divine order, Archangel Raguel. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. And this is all happening because you're creating some divine order in your life. I feel like there's going to be new systems, new structures, new routines that you're incorporating. Like it's very, it's ordered but not restrictive is what they're showing me. So it's like you're going to the gym, you're eating healthy, you're doing these different things, or whatever resonates for you. The gym doesn't have to resonate for everyone. Healthy eating is different from person to person. I just feel like you're going to be doing things that feel good for you, and you're going to be working that into your schedule. So it's like it becomes a priority. It's not just like when you can. You're pre-planning and ordering these things out in a very systematic way, but allowing yourself the freedom to be able to do this also very intuitively. That's the scales of balance, right? It's like you're balancing these things out very, very well. Okay. I do feel like there's one more in here. So for group number 1, what else are they? Okay, there's actually, okay, the prosperity card wanted to be here, and the claircognizance card. Okay, but the one that I actually feel is this one. So there's 3 more. Clairsentience. Ooh, okay. So 2 clairs. First of all, both of these are talking about the heightened expansion of your intuition that you're going to be getting through the fact that you're connecting to your body in a new way in the year to come. So clairsentience specifically is related to the body. This is Archangel Raguel again. So you've got them twice. Notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine Guidance, yes. So your intuition through your body is going to be very, very heightened in the year to come, group number 1, because you are listening to your body and you are feeling aligned and you are really ordered. It's like it just feels like alignment to me. Clear cognizance, Archangel Uriel says, pay attention to your thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. So you're going to be getting a lot of information through your intuition in the year to come. And it's going to relate to your prosperity. Now, I think some of that is going to be to do with your health, but Archangel Ariel here is talking specifically about financial prosperity as well. So she says, your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. So yeah, your intuition is going to be on fire in the year to come in this timeline, group number 1. And they just showed me the sign that you guys chose, the cheersing glasses. So it does feel like you're going to be celebrating. You're going to be able to indulge in moments, but you're creating order. So it feels very much like moderation. I'm getting temperance energy, like the temperance card in the tarot, very much about creating harmony through balancing of opposites. So that's what the scales here are representing. And you're able to find that balance, maintain that balance, and do it in a way that is both organized and also free-flowing. That's what really helps your intuition to be so on point this year in this timeline. And like I said, your intuition is just going to be on fire because you're taking care of yourself. Celestial realm. No way. I haven't had this card come out from this deck yet. Thank you to the donor who sent this particular deck into us. It is I think it's called the Sacred Portals Oracle. But I find this really interesting because the cards that we're talking about here are all angel cards. So Archangel Uriel, Ariel, Raguel, Raphael, like these are all archangels. And so I feel like in the year to come, in this timeline, you're either embodying this celestial angelic energy yourself, or I should say, you're working directly with the angelic realm in this way. So the angelic realm might be helping you to heal your body. They might be helping you to expand your intuition. You could be doing some angel therapy. I just heard for somebody out there, angel therapy. I don't know what that means. Maybe like specifically some kind of angel Reiki or energy healing through the angels, or working directly with them intentionally. That's what it feels like anyway. So for some of you, I think that's going to apply, if not for all of you. But it feels like it's for someone very specific for sure. But yeah, it's like you're opening the gates to heaven this year, group number 1. Like, whoa, you're seriously going to be cheersing and celebrating and feeling so much joy and peace at the fact that you've been able to create this order in your life. And everything has kind of built up to this point, is what they're showing me. In the past, you were really in this illusion of separation and disconnection. Maybe your clair abilities were a little bit dampened down, or you weren't seeing that prosperity, or you were dealing with some health issues and some stuff like that. That was really kind of keeping you stuck in a loop. And I feel like this timeline is you fully emancipated from that. You're free, you're liberated, you're able to really embrace this higher vibrational energy that is here for you. That's the only card from that deck, they said. Okay, so let's go into the Healing Waters deck for you. Okay. I mean, yeah, all right. We'll take them. Usually that's like a big chunk, but you have how many cards are here? Grammar, Siobhan, grammar. 4. You've got 4 cards, and they're all kind of stuck together. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Let me fan them out. So you have the plunge. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. Group number 1, what are you guys doing in the year to come? I feel like there's going to be, actually I'm going to put this down here. I feel like there's going to be some opportunities for you to really, I'm seeing you diving into something and then climbing to the top of it, if that makes sense. It's like you're going into the unknown, you're doing something you've never done, exploring new territory, or trying and doing things in a new way. And then that's helping you to really overcome some challenges that you dealt with in the past, like we were talking about here with healthy lifestyle. And it's getting you to the peak of this mountain is what they're showing me in this card. It's like you're at the top of the mountain. You're able to really say that you accomplished something this year. That's what it feels like. This timeline is you going for it. You are not holding back anymore. You want to celebrate and you're ready to do the work that will get you there. And I don't think it's going to be like the hard, grinding, monotonous work that you may have experienced in the past, or the like unsure, fumbling, stumbling type of approaches that you may have been taking. It feels like this is very decisive, very organized and structured, and highly intuitively led. So it's a beautiful balance. And then you have the rainbow, sweet relief, new beginnings, a new way forward. I have seriously got to learn that when I'm doing these readings, I need to mention every little thing that I'm seeing, because it ends up being confirmed or expanded on in the next cards. I was noticing the rainbow in this card. So there's something to do with this rainbow energy. And when I think of the rainbow, it's kind of like a bridge between worlds. It's like the bridge between you and the celestial realm. Ah, okay. I literally just answered my own question while I was channeling and speaking out loud. So sweet relief, new beginnings, a new way forward. The rainbow energy here is bringing you this new way forward. It's the rainbow bridge into this higher timeline. It feels more fifth dimensional. So if you were struggling with more third dimensional issues like physical health issues, or not enough money, or feeling disconnected from your intuition and your guides and your, the angels, this new year is seriously unlocking a new timeline for you in terms of your ability to embody this higher vibrational celestial frequency. I'm getting earth angel vibes from you, group number 1, for sure. Like, you're an earth angel, and you're here to really embody that celestial angelic energy. And that's why this timeline is kind of helping you to get to that, because that's kind of just very natural for you. That's just kind of what you are. So I do see this being a very sweet, easy sort of transition. It doesn't have to feel hard. It's not going to feel hard. It's going to feel really natural for you, is what I'm getting. It says, ride the waves in the next card, life lessons and growth. You will get through this. Okay, right as I'm saying it's not going to feel hard, we have this card, which I didn't even see. Okay, so you're going to be, I'm just seeing, no, it's not going to feel hard. They're showing me you surfing like really expertly. So I don't think it's going to be hard, because you're really just going to be able to do this very naturally. I just keep getting, it's like you're a natural. Let it go. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. It says don't hold back. Okay. So just like, yeah, I mean, come on. Elsa and Frozen, you're just letting your magic shine. It feels really natural for you. Maybe you struggled with this in the past, or you felt like your energy was like contained or chained or held back, or maybe you even felt shame around being in your prosperity, being highly intuitive and gifted, living a healthy life, feeling good in your body, connecting to the angelic realm. Whatever it was, this year, you're letting that go. You're moving forward. Big time. I said that and I forgot that it said that there. A new way forward, moving forward. You've got this bridge into this higher dimensional timeline that's opening for you, and you're releasing the past, because I was getting that energy here, look past the illusion, and I was seeing the word past there, and that's why I was talking about that earlier. And now we're confirming it here. So you're going to be moving out of the past energy that you were kind of in before. It feels like there was some karmic stuff that you needed to work through, group number 1, and it was related to possibly money, physical health, and your intuitive abilities. But now you've kind of done the bulk of that, and you're able to really just embrace this new timeline, embrace this new reality, this new version of you, really, and fully enjoy it, is what it feels like. And you're just going to be so masterful. Being true, I am true to myself and others. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. I have confidence in who I am, and I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of love and truth. I did mention shame. I was picking up on that energetically. So that's maybe the karmic pattern you're moving out of, is feeling ashamed, or shame of yourself. And I feel like that's moving out now through some kind of angelic healing that you're doing, bringing everything full circle. They just showed me the rainbow sort of circling around this being. So again, the rainbow is a bridge, but it also brings things full circle. Yeah, so you're connecting to this much higher timeline version of self, stepping into that. It's a brand new beginning, not just because it's a new year, but it feels like a very significant timeline that you're moving into. It's like a portal, and it's connected to a larger energetic cycle that you've been working on for, I would say, decades, group number one. That's what I'm getting. So like when the clock strikes midnight and it's January 1st this year, it's like an energetic shift. And instead, it's like a reverse Cinderella moment. You know, it's like instead of the clock striking midnight and the magic evaporating and the carriage turning back into a pumpkin, instead, it's going to be the other way around, where it's like the clock strikes midnight, and instead of the magic going away, the magic actually starts. And that's when you start to see these things unfold, and you're really going to be masterfully embracing this natural flow. It's just so cool. Positive thinking. My life is full of small patches of light. I direct my thoughts to that which brings me well-being. I place what is weighty for me into the hands of the universe. Little by little, the light awakens in my being, and I find serenity. I just love it. And look at the colors of these two cards. They're not all that same color. See, like the green one here, serenity. Positive thinking, serenity. Didn't they just use that word? Well, that's what it feels like. Serene. Serene amidst the ups and downs. It's like a surfer. Serene, even though there's this massive wave that's careening over them, they're just fully in the flow. Mastery. I'm getting that energy of mastery. And I think that's why you're able to connect to the celestial realm, because you've mastered yourself, your earthly vessel, your inner shame has been dissolved to a very large degree. There may be some still work. I mean, we do cycles of healing, right? But I'm seeing a lot of it in this new timeline having dissipated and you having healed that. And I think it was because you really chose what you wanted to create through this positive thinking. And you let the light in by being true to yourself, honoring what you really needed. I do want to read Serenity. Through love, release, and inner work, I know peace. I have a gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave in the face of fear and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. You know, this is really what Divine Order talks about too. It's like letting the universe take its course. And I think that that's why it's kind of like being this energetic surfer on this wave. The universe is the wave. The universe controls the wave, the tide, when it comes in, how big it is, all of that. But you as the energetic surfer, group number one, the magical earth angel that you are going to be able to work with that energy and be in flow with it and intuitively connected to it, so that it's not some big scary thing that will bowl you over. Instead, it becomes an enjoyable experience where you can really have fun and express yourself and experience the level of mastery that you've gotten to here, because that's what I get is mastery. Yeah. So group number one, this timeline is just wow. I mean, I'm pretty blown away by how powerful this is for you, and I'm really excited to see how this unfolds. Now, keep in mind that timelines are potentials, and they are based not on some predetermined set of pathways for us, but by us and our vibration. We are constantly shifting timelines. So if you feel like you're not aligned to this right now, you can. All you have to do is, well, they've said it right here, positive thinking, being true to yourself. And they did mention the shame. So really moving out of that energy of shame, processing it, coming into a state of heart-led peace, which really comes through acceptance. Like the opposite of shame is pride. But the middle ground between those is really just acceptance and understanding yourself. So I really feel like the angels are going to help you do this process. So if you're feeling like you're still kind of stuck right now, or things are out of balance or out of whack, you feel maybe disconnected, or you're in lack, or you're feeling unhealthy, the angels are going to help guide you. So ask specifically for their help. If you feel called to any of these, Raguel, Raphael, Uriel, Ariel, that's great. Maybe you feel drawn to others, Michael. Maybe there's even more specific ones that are dedicated to you, in your lineage or your history, or whom you tend to work with. So use your intuition, but the celestial realm is here for you, helping you to take this plunge into this new chapter, which really is going to just, yeah, it's going to blow you away with how beautiful it is, group number 1. That's what I'm seeing. So cheers to you, and thank you for being here on the channel. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you guys are interested in learning to read cards, tap into your intuition, expand your psychic abilities, we have Tarot 101 happening very soon on January 3rd. And if you guys want to sign up, you can do so through the link below in the description box. And in the new year, coming in February, we have a full level, in-depth, intuitive development course. So I'm going to be teaching the magic within, which is unlocking your inner potential. So this is really a super in-depth, comprehensive, one-on-one course style workshop that's 12 sessions over 6 months. And we are going to be deep diving into how to expand your intuition, connecting with your body, healing your relationship with yourself and spirit, and working more powerfully with your intuitive abilities. So if you guys are interested in that, check out the information in the description box. I think the opening for bookings of that will be mid-January. So if you're watching around that time, you can book through the link there in the description for that as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I love you, and we will see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi group number 2. You guys chose the star headband or the star tiara crown. So I'm excited to find out what the potential timeline is that's opening for you in the year ahead. So for those of you who don't know, timelines are essentially energetic potentials that we create and align to based on our frequency. So we're going to pull cards on what these potentials are that are opening for you and how to align with them for your greatest and highest good. So we have moon cycles, Archangel Haniel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. So they're definitely recommending that you pay attention to what the moon is doing in the year ahead, group number 2. It's really important. Oh yeah, you guys chose the star crown. So astrology is going to be really important. Pay attention to the stars. What are they doing? The moon, the cycles of the astrology. There's something that's going to be really important there for you, group number 2. Compassion. Archangel Zadkiel, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Group number 2, including yourself. I just heard don't let your crown slip. Yeah, it's like it's kind of like holding your head high. I feel like you're going to be very, I don't want to say tested on this, but I think that if you've been working to build your confidence, 2024 is going to be a year where you really have the opportunity to keep your head held high and to wear your crown. Wait, these are stuck. There we go. Olympus. Wow, the Mount of the Gods. Yeah. So this is really, really cool. I feel like you're coming into some kind of divine power. It could be related to philosophy, esoteric information, spiritual teachings, because I had the example of the moon cycles, astrology, and then Olympus is like Greek mythology. So it could be something to do with that or those themes. Like you could be really diving into those or going deeper into those and learning a lot. And you have magic. So cool. I feel like the magic is going to be through what you're learning and how you're kind of applying that, group number 2, sorry. Okay, so I almost called you group number 1, and in this card, this person always reminds me of Elsa from Frozen. Like just looking at her, she looks like Elsa. And we did have Let It Go come up in that reading in group 1, and that's a reference to the movie Frozen and Elsa. So if you felt called to that one, you might want to watch group 1 as well. If you already watched it, then this is just additional confirmation for you. Let's keep going. So group number 2. Okay, this one just like bent in my hand. Let's take a look. The Pink Dolphin, celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and an open heart. Is there 2 here, or is this just 1? That's just 1. Okay. Actually, let me put it down here. The Pink Dolphin, celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and an open heart. So the open heart seems to be very significant here. Compassion is important, softening your heart, opening your heart. This year, the timelines that are becoming available to you are going to unlock a lot of magic for you and personal power. And it's going to be through your emotions. You know, the moon cycles have a lot to do with the emotions. The moon in our natal chart literally represents our emotional realm and how we feel and how we connect to our own sense of nurturing, compassion, love, connections emotionally with other people. I do feel like relationships are going to be important in this year for you, group number 2. So there's definitely a potential here on this timeline that we're tapping into for you to become more like vulnerable, essentially, but in a healthy way. So it's like you're opening up more to people, and through that you're finding deeper connections is what it feels like. And this deeper connection or connections are also helping you to step into your power. It's like you unlock some new layer of your divinity. That's what it feels like. And it's going to feel like magic. It really, really will. Immerse yourself, training, learning new hobbies and passions. You know what? I knew it. I had a feeling. I was getting that sense of like, you're going to be learning something. You're going to be tapping into new or old mythologies, philosophies, beliefs. You're doing something, and you're incorporating those into maybe your hobbies, or you're training for something, or you're learning something new. But you're doing it in a fun way. It's not like it's a slog, you know. It's more like I want to be learning this, and so I'm going to. They actually want me to go back into this deck. Okay. It's these two. All right, that was easy. Where's the staples button when you need it? That was easy. Mastery. We were talking about mastery in group number 1. Now I'm seeing the correlations there energetically. So you guys are going to be mastering something pretty major in 2024, in the year 2024, on this particular timeline that's available to you. And again, I'm getting the example of Elsa. It's like she had repressed her gifts for so long that she didn't really know how to control them. She had not mastered them. But it was through understanding and working with the energy of love that she was able to balance out those gifts and use them effectively and really master them. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here for you. It's all about relationships, and that's not necessarily to do with other people, although I think that's going to be a big part of it. But it's your relationship with yourself and your own power. Like, how does that show up for you? And this year, this timeline potential is going to help you master that. Wow. Other world. The number 21 really stood out to me there. So the number 21 could be significant. You could be seeing repeating numbers of 2s and 1s. I'm going to be coming out with a angel numbers series. We're going to go into all of the repeating number sequences. So stay tuned for that. But I'm seeing that you're going to be immersing yourself in this esoteric knowledge. I just keep getting that, like philosophy, the occult sciences, maybe doing some energy healing work, or following information to do with maybe like witchcraft or Wicca, doing some like starseed, celestial stuff, you know, tying in from group number 1. They were talking a lot about celestial realm. It's like you're kind of exploring all these other worlds and understanding how that applies to you. And I'm seeing a lot of heart opening, heart expansion, activations of the heart frequency. And in doing so, you are not only embodying these higher frequencies and this wisdom and knowledge that you're learning, mastery, right? You're mastering it on some level, but you're also connecting to those other dimensional realms, because quantum entanglement is basically like consciousness through directed focus, you know, being intentional with what we're looking at, what we're focusing on, what we're learning about. We are connecting to that energy in a non-physical way. So you're transported to that dimension when you're thinking about it, when you're focusing on it. You know, it's like if I think about heaven, I'm connecting to the heavenly realms. And if I think about hell, same thing. So it's you being very masterful in how you direct your energy. And really, I think that's going to be the greatest skill that you're mastering this year, group number 2, is like learning your own power. First of all, through the information that you're studying and integrating, but also through how you're applying that in a very heart-based or heart-centered way. This is so cool, group 2. All right. They want me to go back into this deck again. The ripple effect, part of something bigger. Details are taken care of. Ooh, yeah, this is part of something much bigger for you. This is a huge thing at soul level is what they're showing me, and that's why it's important that you really connect to this information. And that's what they keep showing me. It's like this information is going to be coming to you left, right, and center. And they want you to follow your intuition because the universe is kind of guiding you to the specific things that you're going to be studying or looking at and mastering. Some of this will be because you feel driven or passionate or curious about these subjects. And some of it will be because you're seeing that mirrored back to you from the beyond, basically. Like the other worlds are being drawn to you just as much as you're being drawn to them. And each mythology is a world in and of itself. Each religion is a world in and of itself, etc. So you're going to be just like really exploring and expanding all these different realms. You're like cave diving into these. And you have let it rain, allowing what is, inevitability, and trust. Ooh, yeah. So the emotional aspect of this, and we also have gentle force on the bottom, persistence, consistency, patience, and playing the long game. Yeah, this is part of a much, much bigger cycle for you, group number 2. And that's why it's partially about kind of letting go and allowing this process to take you where it needs to. Because there's a lot of little ripples that I'm seeing here that are going to have a huge effect on your life way later down the line. So the things that you're doing now, the things you're learning about, the level of mastery that you're doing in this year, in this particular timeline, it does have a large ripple effect onto multiple other cycles of time and all other potential timelines down the line in your future. And I'm talking like 20 years, 30 years in the future is kind of what they're showing me. Yeah, specifically 20 years. Oof, that's big. So as you allow this process to just kind of, it's like a very intuitive process is what they're showing me. Very, very intuitive. Okay, I feel these 2 cards, actually 3. Here and now, the future does not exist and the past is gone. I focus on the present moment. I have confidence in life again because here, now, there is no danger. Everything happens when my soul is ready. So I'm seeing divine timing. I'm seeing you stepping into your confidence. I was mentioning that before with the star crown. It feels very much like you're just going to feel super confident, group number 2. And you're confident because you're mastering some pretty significant things. And the information you're integrating is both informative but also entertaining. It's almost like it's fun to learn, you know? And I think you're going to be really fully present in the moment because of that. Like the process of the journey you're taking is enjoyable. And so it makes it easier to continue pursuing and mastering it because you're enjoying the process of doing it. It's interesting that the first line of this card is the future does not exist, and we're literally doing a timelines reading, which is basically looking into future potentials. But they're right, the future does not exist, and yet it does. It's kind of balancing these two duels, or these two opposite truths, and understanding that all that really exists is the present moment. The future does exist in the sense that future present moments exist outside of linear time, and same thing with the past. But technically speaking, everything is happening in the present moment. So when we're talking about timelines, what we're actually talking about is your current frequency, because that's what creates the ripple effect out into the past and future. So yes, your present frequency and state of consciousness and level of embodiment and mastery does have an impact not only on the future, but also on the past. Let that sink in. Transformation. I am constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strengths. Life ensures I'm presented with situations that will help me learn and grow. I am aware of my progress, and I open my wings to the light. I mean, wow, yeah, this is a very pivotal year for you, group number 2, in terms of your soul's evolution. That's part of this larger ripple effect. It's not just having an impact on the next 20 years, it's also having an impact on your soul's trajectory. the evolution that you're doing, the level of mastery, both in this human incarnation, but also beyond it, in the spiritual realms, the other worlds that you're exploring beyond space and time. And it does feel like refining your strengths is the part of this mastery that you're really going to be focusing on. And it says right here, learn and grow. Learning. I was getting that from the very beginning. I love it when the cards just confirm what I'm picking up on intuitively or seeing psychically or what Spirit's telling me in my ear. This is beautiful. I love that. So you're going to see a lot of progress in this timeline. And the more you can understand why things are happening in here now and just accept them for what they are, the easier this is going to be, because it's going to put you into alignment with your own power and your magic, and that's part of the mastery. So it's kind of like being able to surrender and accept whatever happens, and understand that it's part of your soul's catalyst for evolutionary growth, like exponential evolutionary growth. Learning, again, we have learning to love myself. Here we are back with compassion, and the moon is the deep inner self. The open heart. You're really learning to love yourself this year and mastering that. Wow. Okay, so it says, I choose to see the beauty in me. My wealth lies in my nature and potential. I transform my weaknesses into strengths. It's literally transformation, and it was talking about weaknesses and refining strengths, and then here we have again, literally, I transform my weaknesses into strengths. Holy cow. I realize that I am a being of light, and I allow myself to shine. Wow. Group number 2. I'm literally speechless right now. I'm stumbling over my words. Yeah. So you're going to really see, how do I position these? Okay. There. You're going to really see, group number 2, that this year, this timeline, this potential, that it's totally up to you if you want to align with or not. But because the future doesn't exist, it's not predetermined in that sense. There are certain timelines that are more probable because we've written them into our contracts at soul level, or because that's just the probability statistically based on the energetic signature we're currently embodying. So we have to factor these things in, but you can change that on a dime by choosing to align. You can change that on a dime by choosing to align with your highest timeline. Yeah, anyways. You guys know me. I like spitting bars. But you guys, this timeline that you have a potential here to interact with and to be on or be in or create, because it depends on which perspective we're looking at it on. Are you aligning to the timeline, or are you creating it as you go along? I think it's a little bit of both. But there's a huge, massive potential within this timeline to seriously transform your relationship with yourself. Like I was saying before, your power, your magic, your level of mastery is seriously, I just see exponential level ups and growth. And it's going to help you to really just embrace and trust this process by surrendering. It's like you don't have to force it. You're just intuitively guided to the information you need at exactly the right time, the relationships you need at exactly the right time. Your magic starts to show in real time. And I'm talking a lot about time, and this is a timeline reading. So explore concepts of time is what they're saying. Understand the quantum nature of time is what they just told me. So maybe look into quantum physics, look into timeline mastery, timeline jumping, quantum leaping. I did recommend this book in another reading recently, and I'll bring it out again for you guys. One of the coolest books, A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. This is it's complex, but it's extremely interesting. I mean, at least for, deep divers, which I think you are, group number 2, just given the energy in this reading, if you were drawn to this particular group, yeah, you're probably a deep diver. You have a curious, insatiably curious mind, and your soul is kind of driving that passion or that curiosity, because the more that you learn in this physical human vessel, the more, exponential soul level growth that you are experiencing. So the Brief History of Time book is really cool because it goes into gravity and quantum physics and time and how all of these things theoretically work. And there's spiritual aspects to that too. So if you can kind of read between the lines, you'll get a lot from that if you're interested, or if that book feels like it's calling to you. But yeah, I feel like being in the present moment is where you're going to master time, group number 2, because time is only ever in the present. What you do literally right now, and then the next now, and then the next now, and then the next now, is going to be what has this really super positive and powerful, I cannot overstate that, powerful impact on the trajectory of your soul, and in turn, the trajectory of your soul growth in this particular lifetime. Especially over the next 20 years. They keep saying that, the next 20 years. Wow, really cool. And it's going to be fun. Like, yeah, you'll have to do some transformation work, and you'll have to do some like alchemy of the self. That's part of mastery, but it's going to be fun because you get to explore your power, your magic, your love. You get to do a lot of learning that feels fun. So yeah, I would say embrace it. If this timeline feels like it's aligned for you, group number 2, go for it, because I see so much positive outcome here for you, and process too. Both process and outcome look good. Okay, so that's what I have for you, group 2. I hope this reading helped or was supportive of you on your journey and aligning to these timelines that feel right for you. Of course, always use your intuition and take what resonates, leave the rest. If you guys want to learn to use your intuition, by the way, sign up for the Tarot 101 Beginners Level Tarot class. Is happening very soon, depending on when this video comes out. The class is happening live on Zoom on January 3rd, and it's a 3-hour intensive deep dive into learning tarot, the art of reading tarot, symbolism, imagery, and beginning to develop your intuition. We're going to go even deeper into the intuitive development side of things on unlocking the magic within, which is going to be a 6-month deep dive into intuitive development. So we're going to touch on shadow work. We're going to touch on relationship with self. We're going to really expand psychic abilities, work on intuitive development, and reading not just for yourself, but also for other people too, as a practice. You don't have to do it professionally, but it can really help to enhance your self-confidence in terms of doing readings and connecting to your intuition. So if you guys are interested in that, there's a link below. The sign up will be mid-January, so this is kind of like pre-sign up time, but if you're interested, keep your eye out for that and use that link below to sign up when the time is right for you and if it feels aligned. So that's what I have for you guys today, group number 2. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, and we will see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose the sort of like masquerade ball mask. So this is going to be about the potential timelines that are available for you in the upcoming year, or 2024, whenever you happen to be watching this. So what are timelines? First of all, timelines are... Actually, I wanted to take these off the top. These 2 cards really, actually these 3 cards from these particular decks really kind of felt... They jumped out at me physically, intuition wise. So I want to just set those to the side. So what is timeline jumping, or what are potential timelines? Well, they're essentially a product of our aligned frequency. So as we create through our frequency and our embodiment, through our state of consciousness, through our actions, we're aligning or, moving away from certain timelines depending on what we are currently embodying and the frequency they're in. So we're able to align to different timelines. We're also able to create different timeline potentials, to collapse different timelines, and so on and so forth. And so it really does kind of hinge on our current frequency, our choices and actions, and our level of consciousness. So we're going to look at the potentials here for you, and we're also going to look at how to align with that. So you have passion, Archangel Haniel. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. So love life and career could be things to keep in mind on this timeline. I'm curious about this card. Victory, Archangel Sandalphon. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. So something you're passionate about, you're going to be successful in this timeline that we're looking at here, group 3, sorry. So There's going to be a level of success. You also, oh my, holy shit. No way. I shouldn't even be surprised by this anymore. Like I do these readings all day, every day, you know, and I see this all the time, but it never ceases to light me up. It never ceases to bring me joy. You literally have 2 victory cards. I knew I felt those for a reason. I did not look at them. I just felt them with my hand, and I intuitively was like, those 2 cards need to be here. Yeah, and this one too. So let's look. Faith. I am confident I will achieve my goals. Goal achievement. Oh my God. I live in the present and have faith in the future. I firmly believe in my value within the universe. So group number 3, this is really cool. I feel like something you've been working toward, okay? Something you've been working toward that you have felt really like maybe you stagnated or you stalled out, or your faith was really challenged on this endeavor, and you were skeptical, is kind of what I'm feeling, as to whether you were going to see victory in this arena. It could be in your career or in relationships, or possibly even both, right? It's like these 2 parallel lines in your life that you were really working a lot on, but not necessarily seeing the outcomes of all that work you'd put in or invested. And you've had to have a lot of faith. But I see that these goals are going to, like, you double victory. I have confidence that I will achieve my goals. Yeah, you have been driven by passion and trust and faith. And now in this potential future timeline in 2024 is when you will see the success. You cross the finish line. You get the gold medal. You achieve the level of success that you were looking to create. Wow. I mean, whew, yeah. Presence. You have presence. Okay. I want more information. Thank you. Birth. Ooh. Presence, birth. Okay, 2 more here. Voyage. What is this? Out of all of the readings I've done, group number 3, your reading actually feels the most kind of veiled to me. Sometimes when I'm doing a reading, I can pick up right away on the energy even before the cards confirm it. But for you, I feel like something is kind of veiled. And I'm just remembering now, they're showing me the mask that you guys chose as your significator image. So yeah, something has been veiled. You haven't been able to see it. It's been kind of hidden from you. And I can feel that energetically. But it's going to make sense is what I'm getting. Like, it's going to all come together, and the little pieces of these seemingly random things are all going to align. And it was through your faith, your passion, your trust, your presence, your capacity to move through this rebirth over and over and over again is what I'm seeing. And to go on this adventure, not necessarily having the map. Like, you kind of just had to let go and let God type of thing, you know? That's the victory. That's what this whole thing was about. That was what was being kind of like tested here at soul level. It was a test of your faith. It was a test of your trust and your ability to stay present in that despite setbacks or confusion or a lack of clarity. Ooh, you have the end. No, wait, look at that. Birth and the end. And then the voyage, and you've got like the what is his name? The river master who rows the river Styx. I don't know if he even has a name, but anyway, this is like death and rebirth. Like it only said birth here, but I said rebirth and rebirth and rebirth. And that's what because again, the cards are confirming what I was feeling. So now we're getting a bit more clarity. And as the ball starts rolling, not just in your reading, but in this new timeline, group 3, as the ball starts rolling, you will see these rebirths really start to make sense. And all of these death processes that you had to go through, and you had to have significant amounts of faith and trust through them, because you were not given the information that you felt like you needed. You weren't seeing the results. Like, oh, I just noticed it says have faith here too. I missed that. Have faith, trust and follow. Yeah. Like you really had to stay present in your relationship to, I want to say God, I was going to say source, I was going to say spirit, I was going to say universe, but the word that really hit the strongest was God. Like, you had to really hone your relationship and faith in God and this process. So that may resonate for some of you very significantly. Maybe you have a relationship to quote unquote God, and whatever that means to you, for whatever reason, that word was the one that was chosen by spirit to represent this process. And I do feel like you've been like really squeezed through the birth canal, group number 3, and it was kind of painful. It was, I'm not even kind of, let me not downplay it, okay? And I just got a pitch change in my right ear. Holy crap. Pitch changes, when you hear that like ee sound in your ear, or you get like a pressure change, that is divine confirmation and information downloads coming in through the beyond conscious frequencies. So that's spirit communicating with you directly. So that's confirmation of what I was just saying, which is that let's not underplay the fact that you have been squeezed through this birth canal, not once, not twice, but several times leading up to this point in time, group number 3. And this point in time, right here, right now, when you're sitting here watching this video, or whatever you happen to be doing, this is a pivotal change point. This is a shift, okay? So if you were drawn to this reading, this group in this reading, I want you to know that this is a massive shift for you. This is, I just heard be all end all, okay? And I don't say that lightly, of this process. This is the culmination point. This is the victory that you are right on the precipice of. You are stepping into that because your faith was tested and you endured so diligently, group number 3. Things were veiled to you. They were masked and you just didn't give up. Cosmic ocean, current dreams, future realities, and new beginnings. Yeah, well, that's exactly what we're talking about, isn't it? Future realities, your current dreams, projecting onto your future realities, your goals that you wanted to achieve, having faith in the things that you were passionate about, and applying action towards those things diligently, consistently, despite a lack of progress showing externally. This is a new beginning, group number 3. This is a new beginning. And you're going to see that your faith was tested for a reason, and you will be rewarded for enduring and maintaining that faith as diligently as you could. You know, there's going to be moments where we lose faith, or where we feel hopeless, or where we start to doubt, or where we get angry at God or at spirit or whatever, and we're like, why is this happening? But if we continue to come back to faith each time that happens, we are deepening that relationship and enhancing that trust. That's what I'm seeing. You have clear waters, clear vision, confirmation, right timing and opportunity. The clear waters, the mask is removed. You get the clarity finally. And I really feel, group number 3, that clarity is going to be, I did just hear at a cost, but it's not a bad cost, okay? Let me just explain this, what they're showing me. So the cost, the toll that you had to pay to cross the river Styx to get to the other side where you're reborn. It's in traditional mythology, this was like you would pay him the gold coins. That's why they put gold coins over those that died, over their eyes. But the gold coins that you're paying here are your faith and your trust. They literally just showed me 2 gold coins in my mind's eye. One of them engraved with trust, one of them engraved with the word faith. So literally those are what is your payment. That's the toll to get you across to the other side. And as you do that, this new beginning unfolds, and this future reality, this timeline that you are stepping into / creating, because it is a little bit of both, is building a reality for your current dreams to become your reality in that future timeline. So you do experience the victory. You actually get what it is that you've been working toward. You actually achieve those goals, okay? This is serious here. They're giving you this information for a reason. It's not a pipe dream. It's not something that is just a like pie in the sky, delulu type of thing. No, this is a reality that you are creating. And you specifically, group 3, have been tested on whether you could hold the faith and trust to make this reality. a real thing. Because not only did you shape and create this reality, but you also aligned to it. It's like you walked through the gate. You've really built this entire thing yourself by hand, group number 3. And yes, God was part of that, or source, spirit, the universe, energy, the angels, whatever. They were part of that, but only insofar as they helped to renew and bolster your faith. That was all they did. You built this timeline on your own from scratch. It was part of your destiny to do that, but destiny did not denote that timeline being pre-assembled for you. You had to do this on your own, and it was through the cultivation of this faith and trust and the passion that kept you moving despite the doubts and fears and the pitfalls and the failures. All of those things kept you creating this and honing and refining this particular timeline. So this is something that you have earned, group number 3, okay? So please don't doubt that you deserve to cross over into this timeline. Please let yourself do it because you built it. It's yours. You own this timeline because you made it all by yourself. You did it, group number 3. You did it. You did it. Success. Yeah. This is why I like pulling cards on camera and not pre-shuffling and doing decks just like beforehand, because I want you guys to see and believe in this magic in real time. I know that it's true. I've lived it. I've walked this every day. I do this for a living, but I want you to believe it too. And I want you to believe in yourself because you have success here. Literally, physically, I'm holding it in my hand, but you're going to see it physically and you're going to hold it in your hand physically in your life, group number 3. How many times can I say physically? Physically. Let's get physical. But yeah, no, group 3, it's like, this is going to be a physical reality. That's why that word's being so emphasized in my mind and repeating over and over unconsciously, because it's going to be something you can touch and feel and interact with. You're going to see the results of all of your toil and your labor. Success. I grow and thrive in the universe. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me toward victory. Holy shit, I didn't even, sorry. Holy shit, I didn't even see that it says victory 3 times in your reading. I mean, like, they cannot get much clearer than this, group number 3. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me toward victory. I direct my thoughts toward clarity, clear vision, clarity. Yep. Again, confirmation, and nurture wisdom, love, and goodness within me. I am free now and I succeed in my life. Group 3. This is a big one. I think yours is the biggest of all of them. And if you felt called to any of the other readings, those still apply. It's like they're all converged into these overlapping different timelines. This is the biggest one, and this is the most pivotal. This has been such a big test for you, group number 3, and you are passing that test. Success, victory, 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 faith, trust, clarity, clarity, clarity coming in after a time of really not seeing things and not knowing. But you felt it. And so you went for it. And I just want to say, I'm so proud of you, group number 3. I'm so proud of you. I'm at a loss for words right now. I'm getting like choked up because I really feel it. Like, I feel how much this took you. I feel how hard it was for you, and what it required, like the amount of discomfort that this took. But you stayed present and you did it anyway. And you built this on your own. You fabricated, they gave me that word earlier and they're giving it to me again. You fabricated this reality for yourself. You know, like you were like a machine. you created this from nothing. Like a 3D printer, you know? I mean, not from nothing. You had those raw elements of energy, because energy can't be created or destroyed. But that's death and rebirth right there, right? It's like but you had to like condense things down and use those raw elements to get you to that stage. And you've been building this template, but not knowing what it was going to look like, but holding that vision anyway and holding that faith, even if you couldn't see it clearly, even if you didn't know what that template was going to look like. And then they're showing me that raw blueprint really finally being made physical. And that's why they're giving me the example of the 3D printer and fabricating something, because it's you're going to be able to hold it in your hand. They keep giving me that message. You're going to be able to hold it in your hand, whether it's a person that you're trying to manifest in a loving relationship or a career success, and you're going to be holding that money or those things or those accomplishments in your hands, or maybe you're winning something and you're physically holding a trophy, because they were showing me that earlier as well. You might be getting an award or something like that, or completing something that comes with some kind of a trophy. I was also getting, for some of you, if you've been trying to get pregnant and you've been really having a hard time with that, or start a family, you're going to be holding that baby in your hand. Ooh, yeah, that was a big one. I just got choked up there again. So take it if it resonates. You will know if it's for you, if it hits home, you just feel it in your bones. And if it's not, then it's these other things, right? And either way, it's like you're just going to have such clarity. You're going to know why this happened the way it did, and you're going to see everything unfold in such a physical way. Your victory is assured, group number 3. This timeline is ready for you now. You're right there, and it's like, boop, you're just about to pop into it. This is so cool. So feel your way through the final stages of this movement, this transition into the new timeline. Stay present in the current moment, the current dreams, presence, mind. So just be mindful of where you're currently at. Continue to follow this passion. Know that the trust and the faith are those coins that are getting you to the other side, but you've already forged those and they're ready to go. So all you have to do is kind of offer them up, and then boom, there you are emerging on the other side, victorious, victorious, victorious. Success. Wow. All right. So this is confirmation for you that this is the right timing, and you found your way to this reading for a reason. So I hope this reading helped and confirmed for you that truth and that victory and success that you've been really, really working hard toward, group 3. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I hope you enjoyed the reading. There's going to be more information coming on timelines and the new year and all sorts of other content. We're going to be doing more synchronicities readings, angel number readings, so stay tuned for those. And if you guys want to learn to develop your intuition, read cards for yourself or others, and so much more, I've got courses available. So Tarot 101 is happening on January 3rd, and there will be a downloadable e-version of that later on in the new year as well. And then in February, we are doing Intuitive Development School. So this is going to be a course called Unlocking the Magic Within. We're going to dive really, really deep over 12 classes done live via Zoom. And this is going to be over a 6-month period. So this is a really big deep dive into enhancing your intuition, developing your psychic abilities, how to integrate understanding, working with yourself, with spirit, with your intuition, with all of these different things. And we're going to be working on you trusting yourself, using discernment, and being able to also read for other people, just for practice. But if you want to do that later on as well, you totally can. So if you guys are interested in really, really leveling up your intuitive development, then I definitely recommend checking out Unlocking the Magic Within, which is going to be available for sign up in mid-January. So stay tuned for that. Get on the email list if you guys are interested, but I'll also be updating you here as well and on the community board. So stay tuned, guys. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.